All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers coming at you from the Gemens Camp Atlanta Church. Now, of course, before we get started with this lesson, we'd like to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Chakwadash. Give it up honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards you hopeful elect that's been sincerely pushing the truth. I'm the brother Zakaria.
I'm the brother Kasaida.
And again, we're coming at you from the Gemens Camp Atlanta Church. Now, what inspired us to do this lesson, of course, we saw a couple videos within our own camp chat, and one of the videos that I personally came across was Shema. I believe Shema did the video either this morning or yesterday, but it was basically going into exhortation and basically not crashing out. Okay, within this walk of ours, on your day-to-day basis, you need to make sure that you're carrying out your walk with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because this is the valley of shadow of death. A lot of these people's hearts is waxing colder and colder, man. These people, they look at you all funny. They act like they don't care. They giving you these nonchalant vibes. And ultimately, this oppression under this devil, Esau, Edom, the main enemy, it can be very, very vexing.
Yeah.
So without further ado, hopefully this lesson is edifying. So this is Colossians 4:1. It says, "Masters, give unto your servants that which is just and equal, knowing that ye also have a master in heaven." Yes, because a good example for this, you will always have brothers who might come in under you.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures says what? Be a good example. All right, and then the scriptures also talks about the being masters within the scriptures.
Yeah.
Being good teachers, and also being under great teachers, and how you should give ear and heed to your elders, man. Also giving double honors. That's why we give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Okay? Because we all follow the same power, which is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, to become great. It says continue in prayer. Here, let me move this. I didn't see this on the screen. It says continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. Yes. The same manifestation of the end, because we're living in the times of the end. We're in the end times. This is the end game. All right. The end shall be made manifest concerning prophecy. And as we see in prophecy go by, while we're measuring it to the best of our ability. All right. We're doing it with thanksgiving. Okay. It says with all. It says praying also for us that the Most High will open unto us a door of utterance to speak the mastery of Hamashiach, for which I am also in bonds. Yes, man. Okay. Because that's ultimately what we want to do. Be good teachers of this truth, man. And walk also and be followers of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Well, he's the ultimate shepherd, and what he called his sheep. Mm-hmm. So we got to be followers. We got to be a perfect example to the best of our abilities.
Yep.
Now, are we saying we're perfect? No. You're going to have slip-ups. You're going to have hiccups. You're going to have some ups and downs. But that don't mean you give up. All right? It says that I may make it manifest. See, there it is again. As I ought to speak. And what are we speaking? Are we just making up, words, putting it together and speaking whatever's on our minds, or according to how we feel emotionally? No. We're speaking this new song, this new gospel. All right? The true news. The news that you guys should be taking heed to every single day. All right? Because what you guys are seeing on social media and TV, it ain't really real, man. Now, am I saying everything is fake? No. There are some aspects when it comes to judgment, as far as like the tempests and hurricanes, earthquakes being on diverse places. That's of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without. Yes, a lot of these people out here, they don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding like you do, man. Probably. Okay? But that's why you rehearse the righteous acts. Can we actually get that? The Baruch Shah. Rehearsing and basically practicing the righteous acts. But I'm going to reread that right quick. It says, Colossians 4:5. It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time.
That's right.
You got it out.
This is Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down in the gates.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
So, hey, like the brother was saying, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, man. And you know, with that, you know, it comes with faith and believing, you know. And that's building upon wisdom. That's how you know wisdom is working with you, you know. Because we understand that in this place, you got to be somewhat mild-tempered, man. You can't let the things of this world and things that take place in your life dictate and have you to crash out. You can't allow that to happen to yourself, man. All right? And you got to learn how to meditate, man. Meditate on your thoughts and your action and things that you've done. Now, do we fall short? Yeah, we all fall short. But, hey, this is a time where when you do fall short, you pray that the Lord give you wisdom and be able to grow from it, gain strength from it, learn from it. All right, that's how you gain wisdom, through the Spirit. You know, it's not just any type of wisdom. This is the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. The scripture talks about the wisdom of the world and the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. There's no comparison, man. The wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai outdoes the wisdom of this world. You know. You got anything?
Yeah, that's why it's best for you to instead of indulging in the world, indulge in the scriptures. What, seek ye the kingdom of heaven? Mm-hmm. Have ye your eyes single towards the kingdom of heaven? Swiftly paraphrasing it. Mm-hmm. But continuing on in Colossians chapter 4 and verse 6 now. And to read, let your speech be always with grace. Yeah, man. What it says, what, a soft answer turneth away wrath. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back to Colossians 4. Soft answer.
After you grab your precept, I got one right after that to go with that, bro.
This Proverbs 13:1, and it reads, a soft answer turneth away wrath. That's wisdom. Mm-hmm. All right? Because according to what I see out here in this world, these people ain't got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to season their speech, to give out soft answers, to give you a level of exhortation, some type of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They might give you some type of knowledge, you know, claiming what knowledge. You got that saying, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Yeah, they know all about knowledge, but they don't know the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord.
That's right.
You know, it says, but grievous words stir up anger, anger. Yeah. Whatever I just said. But you guys get the point, man. And that happens. You see a few just break out the blue because somebody just said one thing incorrectly. Yeah. Whether they used it with malice, a form of jealousy, envy, a form of anger, whatever it might be, it was not expedient at that very moment. Now all hell broke loose. Yeah. Here it is. Our people are already carnal, and we brought out at our camp recently on Saturday that the crime rate, went up 100 and I think 19%, either 13 and 19% since COVID. And we was bringing up an old article. So the crime rate is going up. Yeah. Because people don't know how to speak to one another. Yeah. They don't know how to treat each other with kindness and just as a human being. Yeah. Even what Apostle Gabar went into a lesson, how he was talking about the mannerism of Americans. Yeah. A lot of people would have probably, basically, a lot of people would get beat up if you would have taken the mannerism of America and brought it over there on the other side of the world. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, these people in America, you Americans, you Babylonians, are proud, man. You know, we had to exercise that today in the gym. You think about it, just the recent incident. Edomite came up, you know, puffing his chest out, you know, and we you know, bro, we didn't pay no mind to that, man. Any other time, man, if we were just some carnal jakes, he probably would have got beat up right then and there. You know, that's true. That's the truth, man, because, you know, he was puffing his chest out, you know, he trying to, you know, have a weightlifting competition, man. We not into that, man. We focus on us and doing us, man. And you have to exercise those things when it comes to these people, man. They see something on you. It's the spirit. They see the spirit on you, and they want to take that away from you, man. They want to challenge you, man. And you can't let these people, you know, take you off your game, man. You know, take you off your pivot. You got it, bro.
Verse 2, Proverbs 15:2 now, it says, the tongue of the wise use of knowledge, all right. Yeah, the tongue of the wise
Yeah.
Not the tongue of the unprudent, the unwise, the unjust, Pookie and Ray Ray, who can't get right. It says the tongue of the wise, use of knowledge aright, meaning wise people know how to apply spiritual things at the right time.
That's right.
That's what you call good decision making.
Yeah.
Esau Edom has made a bad decision suffocating the earth with concrete.
Yeah.
It was a bad decision, butt breaking. It was bad decision on having that perpetual hatred towards us. It's a bad decision on bringing the same spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah and Nineveh and Babylon all back, man, and Egypt. It was a bad decision. Let's continue on. It says, the tongue of the wise use of knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Yes, man.
Yeah.
It's a foolish thing if you look all the way around you and you say in your heart that there is no God. It is a foolish thing when you come across this truth and you still in denial, you still rejecting it, all because you want your let the church say neighbor. You want your neighbor to be saved. You want Esau Edom to be saved.
Right.
You want Pookie and Ray Ray to be saved. You don't want them to repent. Really, Esau, these heathens, they don't have repentance.
No.
Only for the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
Now, as for our very own people who want to act just like them, they can't get it.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a foolish thing when you want to add on to the scriptures and taking away and telling these people that they can be saved when they really can't.
Yeah.
The eyes of the Lord Yahweh.
It's like, if I may say real quick, that type of thinking and speaking like that is enough to get you judged and killed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's the part that y'all Israelites, well, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's the part that y'all miss. Because y'all ignorant of the scriptures, man. Which ignorant means not knowing. Y'all don't know, man. Or y'all have a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man. And because you, and just like Esau would say when you get pulled over and you say, well, I didn't know. What they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Esau will take your ass to jail, man. He will write you a ticket right then and there, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he's a just power. He's a balanced power. So guess what? He's allowing you to hear it, but because you're refusing to hear it, you're going to die.
Yeah. And then to add on to you, bro, our people have a natural spiritual inclination on that there's a higher power out here somewhere.
Yeah.
But they just don't want to consider. What? My people do have not considered.
That's right.
Nor do they, what else is they? Let's get it. But you get it, man. Yeah. You get it, bro. Man, that's funny. Let me go back to Colossians 4 right quick. Just right quick.
I got it. It's Isaiah 1:3. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
Yeah, you guys don't know, and you guys do not consider.
Yeah.
Okay? You guys don't consider, what would happen if I don't take hearing this truth and accepting it right here, right now, and repenting right here, right now, what it would do for me.
Yeah.
Okay? Because once you leave this truth behind, once you hear the true name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and don't want to get right, man, your days are counted for judgment.
Yep.
It ain't, get right, man. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no ands, ifs, and buts.
Yep.
Even Esau, he create bunkers for something.
Yeah.
Even he ain't gonna have an excuse. He has a plan on getting the fuck out the way.
Right.
And he will get out the way. But when we come back, that's why we're gonna grab his ass out them bunkers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, even in the background, Esau always has some type of fucking plan.
Yeah.
But as far as our people, they don't have a plan for nothing.
No.
This is your only plan. It's Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. There is no other way out of judgment. You got it out.
Fine. It go on in verse 4. It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Iniquity, meaning sin upon sin upon sin.
Mm-hmm.
Adding sin unto sin. Okay? Here it is. You have tattoos with lineups.
Yep.
While committing adultery. While just got done smoking. You see how all that right there is compacted with sin?
Yeah.
That's why we need Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua.
That's right.
Because our people are the ones who's heavily indulging in stuff. You got it.
It says, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupt.
Evildoers, not good doers.
Yeah.
Not
Righteous
comfort, righteous, sweet, calmly doers.
Yeah.
Someone who would get right and make the whole world change. No.
Yeah.
It says evil doers. Like, you do evil.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up, you pray to your Glock 45s, your Glock 9s. You want to become a rapper. You want to sell your soul. You want a scarf. You want to believe in this, that, and the third. You got it out.
It says, they have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel.
So you kept poking him so much to the point to where he got provoked into anger.
Mm-hmm.
Not provoked to quicken you and for you to do better. No, that's for the elect.
Mm-hmm.
But for you 2/3, okay? Even the elect had to go through it.
Yeah.
And it's still affecting the elect today.
Yeah.
Lord willing, would be a part of that number.
Yeah.
But you want us to call a spade a spade. If it's a duck, it's a goddamn duck. We still affected behind slavery.
Yeah.
We still feel oppression. We still feel suppressed.
Yeah.
We still feel discomfort. But to throw in the balance, who gives us comfort? You how about Shemiah Shah
That's right.
and brothers?
That's right.
You got it up.
It says, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards.
You're going away backward. Here it is. You were supposed to increase in life, bring
Yep.
forth fruit.
Yeah.
You were supposed to elevate, go up,
Mm-hmm.
go up, Jake. But instead, you declined. You went backwards.
That's right.
You turned to reprobates, wild grapes. It's supposed to be a fruitful hill, but it brought forth thorns and all other types of weeds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about Isaiah the 5th chapter when I say that. It talks about his vineyard
Yeah.
when he created the heads thereof and the fence.
Yeah.
You got it out.
Yeah, man. So, you Israelites, man, it's a lot of stuff that you have to pay attention to. Not just Israelites out there, just not speaking to y'all, but we talking to ourselves first and foremost too, because we got to keep our head on swivel too. We got to watch our how we conduct ourselves, our conduct.
Yeah.
In this world, man. There's a lot of things we have to do. I have a quick precept that was lemon back on that Proverbs 15 that the brother had. This is Proverbs 17 and 27, and I'm gonna read it in the AMP, the Amplified Bible. It says, he who has knowledge restrained and is careful with his words. A man of understanding and wisdom has a cool spirit, which it goes into self-control and even temper. All right, and it goes into James 1 and 19, which I'm gonna grab that next. Even a callous, arrogant fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is regarded. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was getting
Yeah.
I was getting happy, man.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
because I thought about that scripture. He has power in the tongue, right?
Yeah.
That lets you know you have power even when you be quiet.
Yeah.
When you don't use your tongue,
Yeah.
man, you can save your very own life by just simply shutting up.
Yeah.
You know, it will take you a long way
Yeah.
versus those who keep running their mouth versus those who be quiet. Well, you have Proverbs 8 and 13, which talks about the forward mouth.
Yeah.
All that yip, all that shit talking.
Yeah.
Especially Jake. Sorry about that. You got it.
No, you good. It says, even a callous, arrogant fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise. When he closes his lip, he is regarded as a sensible, prudent, discreet, and a man of understanding.
You ever seen those shows where like a bully get like beat up,
Mm-hmm.
and then the camera kind of like aim towards him, and he don't say nothing?
Yep.
But then the crowd reaction, they be happy he got his ass whooped, but even the crowd would be like, well, I can respect him because he ain't bucking up no more. He ain't doing all that talking.
Yep.
Even a bully know when he's humble.
Yep.
You see, so it's a very, very good thing. It's not a bad thing to be quiet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's how, you know what? That's how Esau get himself out of a lot of trouble when it comes to when he's doing something illegal, when he's doing something wicked, man. When he go into court, he keep himself. He stay quiet, man. He let his attorney do all the speaking. You know what I'm saying? Jake be ready to open their mouth and get themselves in trouble, man.
Yeah, he know how to keep quiet and he know how to put on that sad face.
Yeah.
Remember, this is the same devil, that old serpent, Remember when he cried there bitterly?
Yep.
With his father Isaac, with the blessings and stuff.
Yep.
He still cried. He cried what the birth rate, the birthright. Excuse me.
Yep.
And then what else? What else did he cry over, man? Oh, when he came and saw Jacob.
Yeah.
Where it said he felt faint and weary, and he cried there bitterly for the pottage for red meat, basically.
Yeah.
So, based on what we know through history and what we see today, he's a natural crybaby.
Yeah.
Man, Esau's at his best when he put on that sad face, that little act,
Yeah.
the victim act, and the crybaby act, and then he love pointing the finger. He know how to use those words with his wisdom. See, he used his wisdom with wickedness and craftiness. But see, we got to use the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah to combat that.
Yeah.
Like, who are you, man?
Right.
He's not winning no more. It's time for us to win.
Yeah.
And we will win with Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah.
You got it, Doc.
I got a quick another quick precept. This Proverbs 2:2. It says, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thy heart to understanding. Yeah. So be ready to listen to this truth, man. You know, be ready to hear about yourself. I was just looking at this picture. It says it was, you know, they say pictures speak 1,000 words. They had people lined up ready to hear a lie versus one person that was going inside to hear uncomfortable truths. You're gonna hear about uncomfortable truths, especially about yourself, man. When you meditate enough about yourself, you start to realize that, damn, I don't have nothing to be proud about.
Yeah,
we have no room to be proud, man. We have no room to be proud, man. We got so much that we face in this walk of ours. We got trauma, man. Jake, we deal with so much trauma coming from all the way from transatlantic slave trade. Esau did a number to our people, man. You know? For example, looking at this Jake now, man. Finished, man.
Man, they got one in my school, man.
Damn.
Through, man, real shit. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. I didn't have anything.
That's it.
Kind. Well, whoever tuned in within this lesson, Lord willing, this lesson was very edifying unto you. Okay, we're gonna give all honor going unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Chakodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders who got millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards you, hopeful elect. That's been sincerely pushing the truth. Until the next lesson, shalom, man.
Shalom.